Alright, this is Julian Sosa, professional boxer, 13-0. Just won his match Friday night, coming in for post-match adjustment.
Doing the work.
Then back, bro. So one thing with professional boxers is number one, they need good footwork. So we're gonna work his ankles, make sure those are open. How was the match, bro?
Great. Tough opponent, but you know, my cardio was way up there. And I was throwing crazy punches at him. And at the end of the fight too, I felt bad, but it was part of the sport. His face was all lumped up. But I was going, hitting him with bombs.
So I met Julian and came into me. He was having back pain, wasn't sleeping great. Right, Jul?
Yeah.
Wasn't feeling quick with the punches. The key with him was his hip flexors were very tight. You know, when you're doing a lot of jump rope, a lot of ab work, a lot of boxers do a lot of sit-ups, a lot of ab work. What it does is it tightens up the low back. And so we opened up his hip flexors, released the glutes, adjusted his low back, and really got some great hip rotation. And that's the key, you know, for him to punch and to get a lot of power behind his punches, he needs a lot of hip rotation. Yeah, that's the key. Get these ankles moving. Because when he's bouncing up and down, these ankles have to be nice and open so that when he plants, he'll be able to generate the force from the ankle straight through his leg into his hips, and then gives him the best power to create the punch he wants to create. And then for the sleep, tell him, Julian.
Relax. That helped out a lot. It put me in actually like the most deep sleep I've been in a while.
Yeah, I didn't put any melatonin in my relax because most people put melatonin in there because melatonin helps with something called circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm is what allows you to get a nice deep sleep, helps you stay asleep, and feel well rested in the morning. But for someone like him, he's a young guy, his melatonin levels should be really produced at normal levels. And the reason why they're not is because all of his training produces a lot of stress, and that stress jacks up his cortisol levels, so the adrenal hormone. And so the goal isn't to give him melatonin and mask those problems. The goal is just to get his cortisol lower. So my Relax formula just naturally helps lower his cortisol levels, gives him some nutrients to help him make melatonin properly. So basically it gets to the foundation of what his problem is instead of masking symptoms. And so then he gets a deep sleep, wakes up refreshed, has great energy, and then he can train harder and be the best boxer he wants to be. And what's really nice is as a professional athlete, he's not allowed to just take any supplement because a lot of people out there are getting tested and test positive for banned substances, even with supplements. Because there's things in supplements they didn't even know they weren't allowed to be taking. What I did with my company is every formula is independently tested to make sure over 500 chemicals aren't in there. So they're completely safe for every professional athlete, every Olympian. How's that, bro?
Great.
So now we're gonna do some hip flexor work. When you do the hip flexors, they start here and they come up through the abdominal wall and they basically attach to the front of the spine. So you have to kind of get in there and stretch that fascia out. I'm just happy I'm not on the other end of the punches. Your dad was happy?
Super happy, yeah. You gotta start smiling that night.
And now you're off for a couple weeks?
Yeah, for like a week at most. Just to get a little time to myself, then right back in the gym. They're ready letting us know either March or April.
Is your next fight?
Yep.
You'll be ready, bro. Nice, right? Nice might be a strong word. Face down. Now the biggest muscle in the body is the glutes. And they really create the power for his punch. So we open up the hip flexors, but we also have to open these up. Next week I'm going to hook you up with my Regenerate formula too. Yeah, the Regenerate formula is my joint support formula. It has great nutrients in there to reduce inflammation and help the joints repair. So it'll be great for your training to keep the inflammation down so that you don't get injured. But once you open this up and you get everything flowing, it's gonna be a machine. Yeah, a little bit off balance. Lift the left leg as high as it goes. Back down. And the right leg as high as it goes. Back down. Land on the left side. Now Julian's happy. Breath in. And out.
I know that feels good.
Beautiful, bro. Face down. This is a great machine. Gets the lactic acid and ammonia out of the muscles. Just a massager. Great post adjustment. Get the blood flowing. What's nice about this percussive massager is that it spins so fast. It generates heat. So it's warm to the tissue. Really brings a ton of blood flow to the area. Perfect. 13-0, Julian Sosa.